Good morning, guys. How's it going? We got to get some patties made. The bees are hungry, needing that pollen. All right, what do we got here? I got here's my little recipe here. We've got 1.7 pounds of Ultra B. I've got 1 pound of boiling water. I already have in here, in my mixing bucket, and by the way, get a tall one for this operation because this stuff flings off. And you get this stuff all over Miss Daisy's walls and everything. Yeah, she's not going to be happy, so get a tall bucket like this, food grade at Lowe's. Food grade, yep. And there is in there 2.6 pounds of sugar. That's 2.6 pounds of sugar. You got 1 pound of boiling water. You got a quarter cup of vegetable oil. And vegetable oil is the only thing I use on this. I do not consume vegetable oil. I suggest you don't either. You could probably do this with olive oil too, and they'll probably gobble it up just as fast. And in your 1.7 pounds of Ultra B, and just for giggles, we're going to throw in a few drops of lemongrass in here. All right. I've got my little old Lowe's, my Lowe's mixer here. This is a Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight. I don't know if it's Harbor Freight or not. I don't think this is. I think somebody gave me this thing. It's a Black & Decker. This is a Lowe's mixer here. You can get this used for mixing tile grout. So I've got my sugar in there. Let's add the boiling water while it's nice and hot. Get that in the pot. Mix her up. You want to combine this first. Get a variable speed too, because I've got another one out there. It's 3/8. It's a 3/8 variable. But when you hit the trigger, there's no. I take it back. There's no variable on the trigger. When you hit it, it's full blast. It's way too much. You're slinging stuff everywhere. So let's get this mixed. Alright, let's throw in our oil. Quarter cup of oil. This will keep those patties nice and slippery. Hopefully too it'll help take out tracheal mites. Let's get a good little bit of lemongrass. I don't know if this is food grade or not. It says pure, 100% pure lemongrass. But I don't know if it's food grade, but I've been using this stuff for some time. That's enough of that. A couple drops of that. Now here's your Ultra B. Let's dribble this Ultra B in a little at a time. Let's mix the oil good first. This is enough stuff, guys, for about 20 hives. Starting to thicken up. Alright, that's that. Be back in a minute. Okay guys, we got our ooey gooey here made up. See if I can do this without slopping it all over the place. This Ultra Bee, by the way, I get at Man Lakes. I don't know if I said that before, but you guys probably already knew that. I get most of my stuff from Man Lake. It's kind of nice making this stuff up in the utility sink, in Miss Daisy's utility sink, because you got all the mess right here, you know. So that's nice. Now you want to put this stuff in the refrigerator for 24 hours. And then you can just sit down at the dining room table, nice and cool. It's 110 heat index out there today, so let's not be doing this in the barn, you know. Do it in the house. Just do it in a place like this, utility sink, where you're not making a big mess and pissing off Miss Daisy. I'll tell you something, guys. You mess around, piss off Miss Daisy, and your whole world is just, you know, goes south, you know. Right to Florida. Goes right to Florida. You can't get so much more south than this, Florida. Unless you go to the Bahamas, and then, you know, then there's nothing there anymore, so. I hope those people, I don't know what those poor people do. They're taking a lot of the injured to Nassau, but what do you do with them from there? I don't know. They don't have anywhere to go. They're gonna need help. I guess I could bring them all to my place. You know, I can get them, put them to everybody to work, making pollen patties or something, you know. Or working bees, making queens. I went to got those queens yesterday from Sebastian, and I had one at my other yard. I had a colony over there that was queenless. I knew that. and it'd been queenless for a few days. I added a frame of nurse bees and food. I found one food frame nurse bees, and then I put that queen in there. And then I thought I had the queen. Remember I showed you out there on the rails I had that little nook, and but that nook was laid back. He was real laid back and chilling. And I told you guys yesterday, I said, you know, that thing acts like it's a queen right. But I couldn't find the queen. So anyway, I came back. And so I got a little mess in there. We'll clean that up right here in the sink. So I went there, installed that one queen over there. Nice looking Carniola queens. They were marked too. You had them green paint on the thorax. They were in a JZBZ cage. I'll show you that action because we're going to go in there in about, I don't know, 4 days and peek in and see if they got rid of, see if they ate that candy out. He just made that candy in there, and that candy was fairly soft. That candy was pretty soft. So he said, I said, you want me to poke a hole in this candy with a toothpick? No, you won't need to. He said, that candy's brand new and it's soft. He said, they'll chew right through that. I said, okay, cool. So I pretty much knew that anyway, but I asked him. It's always good to ask questions. Guys, you pick up different little tricks from beekeepers. And he's kicking his operation up a notch. He said he's gonna get up to 450 colonies, and then he's gonna try I guess he's gonna try the almond shot in the spring. He's getting his 4-way pallets rigged up. So he's rocking and rolling there with that, guys, which is nice. So anyway, back to my story. Went in there and here's the queen. She jumped right out at me. It's a big old, looks like a big old Carniola queen. And she was just walking around like she owned the place. So I set him up with a patty and some food. I just got done feeding all the bees out here. There's no nectar coming in whatsoever. Absolutely nothing. Bringing in a little pollen. There is some Spanish needle out there. Pepper in my area hasn't popped yet, but when it does, I always do good on that crop. I also asked Sebastian when he's going to shut down his queen rearing operation, because I always shut mine down in middle of the pepper flow. That's September 15th on average. And he said no, he's going to keep going all the way to November. I guess he's got enough drones in November to get her done. Get the job done, but they're rigging up and getting as many as they can. And one of his sidekicks, which is a commercial beekeeper, they're making up more. And the way they do it, the way they do their nooks is one frame of brood, solid brood, bees and all, and one frame of food, honey and pollen. Then in a 5, they drop it in a 5-frame nook, put out 3 more planes, drawn comb or just plain foundation. I think he said he takes a 2-quart jar. The guy uses 2-quart jars, I believe it is, and they put 1 hole in it. That's it, 1 hole, and they set that on top of that nook. He puts 1 queen cell in there. A lot of guys put 2 queen cells, but this guy said he puts 1 queen cell in. They're making up thousands of these things. So, as you can see, and when he does this in the fall, are you ready for this? He's feeding them in Florida here the whole time, because we've got pretty much ideal conditions in Florida for raising bees. Of course, you're not going to raise you're not going to get any bred queens if you don't have drones. So, I'm not seeing a whole lot of drones out there right now. There's got to be some. Their yards aren't not much further than mine. And I should have more ideal conditions. I'm further west than them. I'm right along the coast. So that's very interesting. You pick up little ideas from these fellas. Keep your ears open. Listen to what they're doing. If they're successful, hey, do what they do. Right? All right. There you go. Ultra Bee makeup. There you go. Look at that. It's not thick enough. You know why? Because we have not put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. Put it in the fridge. Put it in the fridge and you'll get a nice thick consistency. And then you can do this at dining room table, like I said. Get some wax paper, tear it out, and just start experimenting with your size of patties, the size of your colonies. Make up some small ones, make up some big ones. And you can see this goes pretty fast. And that's it. That's it for now, guys. Got a little water on your face. Boy, I got Ultra Bee in your face. Oh, you're pretty now. I can see you now. Okay, that's it for now. I'll catch you on the next one. May make 2 vids today, because I think I've got time. I'm waiting on a guy to come in and install me this here backup rig. Transfer switch. So I got an electrician to come by to give me some numbers on that. I bought an 8,000 generator, so I've got a transfer switch. This will let me run and grid down. This will let me run a refrigerator and a well pump. It's not going to run my hot water heater, this rig I got. If you want to lay out 10 grand, you can get the whole house, you know, fired up. But I'm not laying out that. I like to camp a little bit, so we're going to be camping and surviving. So that's it for now. I will try to get out here and make another vid on the wax melting, wax pressing. We'll get that done for you. See you later. Be happy. Bye-bye.